they had this thing that was stopping them in everybody's head to get past Tom Brady, to get past that wild card round. Cowboys are going to do Cowboys thing. How many times do we always hear that? So the fact that they won that game and they shook that off and they're going into a game where they're the underdogs, I would rather be in that position.
Yeah, it was sweet to win one, and it felt awesome because it gave some confidence. That's all that game did, is give confidence to the players. If they lose to San Fran, it means nothing. They have to beat San Francisco and make it to an NFC championship game for any of it to mean something.
Everybody else is saying Frisco's going to beat them. Frisco's going to beat them. They have no chance. I feel a lot better knowing that they're going to this game kind of the underdogs. What does the defense on the Cowboys need to do to the offense?
As cliche as it is, we have to get pressure on Brock Purdy. You basically just have to disrupt Brock Purdy's flow. No one's been able to do it yet, and we got to be if you want to beat San Francisco, you have to make him not have a receiver 5 yards open. He needs to make a decision. He needs to make it quick. The San Francisco has way too good of skill position players that if you give them 4 to 5 seconds, they're just going to burn you all day. The rookie hasn't been shooken up yet. You have to finally be that team that gets in there and knocks the shit out of them early, man.
Parsons, baby.
Micah Parsons is scary.
Micah Parsons, 8 pressures led wild card weekend.
8 pressures on his little lonesome led the week last week, I believe.
Hanging out in the huddle.
Yeah, he did. You saw that.
The thing that we need out of the defense is to continue that pressure, man. As I said in our post game, what we saw tonight from the defense was really strong, and I want them to continue to play with that same type of pressure that we saw. The intensity that they were coming with, and that might have just been me watching Micah Parsons way more. Like I was watching him pretty heavily, more so than I have all year.
The defense felt more aggressive than they usually do. We saw Micah all over Brady as much as possible. Has Dan Quinn been holding back?
Lieutenant Dan! I would say no.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make sense. You wouldn't want to risk that. It would be kind of be silly anyways, because you don't want to like unleash this new scheme in the playoffs.
I wouldn't say they hold back certain plays, but they're going to scheme against San Fran way different than they schemed against Daniel Jones or Jalen Hurts. They're going to always play a little bit different, but you did see Micah, and we actually talked about it a bit. He had way more snaps at middle linebacker last week. And we hadn't seen that prior. Like he had been just lining up on as basically an off-ball linebacker at D end for 3 or 4 weeks straight, and then you did see him move around a bunch last game.
He looked great though.
Yeah,
he was.
Well,
he is such an X factor, man. He is such a good.
Well, it is going to come down to turnovers. I mean, whoever can limit the amount of turnovers in this game. I actually do think Dak and Purdy are both coming in this game with 4 thrown touchdowns with 0 interceptions. If we can shake Brock Purdy up and we can force those turnovers, I think that's going to be the key to it.
How do we stop individually Debo? How do you stop McCaffrey? And how do you stop Purdy from what you've seen so far? Like,
I think you got to let them beat themselves. Maybe they're too confident. They're on an 11-game heater right now.
Yeah.
That is what I'm most worried about.
I hear you.
Because I don't think going into the playoffs, I think there's only been 2 maybe bigger heaters. That'd be the undefeated Dolphins and then the Patriots when they lost to probably the greatest play I've ever seen to the Giants. Eli Manning getting out of that tackle. That was incredible.
Oh, that one.
I think that the San Francisco 49ers have to not beat themselves in overconfidence.
Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle, those guys are so good. I don't honestly think it's possible to slow all of them down. I think the only way you can slow them down is by getting to Brock Purdy. I don't think you're going to stop Christian McCaffrey or Deebo Samuel at the same time.
How about Ayuk in there? Little secret.
Ayuk in there, Kittle. I mean, Mitchell. They have so many good players.
Healthy, yeah.
The only way to stop that offense is to force Brock Purdy Juszczyk is to force Brock Purdy into making stupid decisions and get into his brain. Otherwise, if he's getting the blocking, I'm telling you, if we're not getting pressure on him, it's good night. Like it's gonna be. What? You're gonna have to go touchdown for touchdown with him.
Yeah.